I'm Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. Today, we're down on the canal in Bricktown in beautiful Oklahoma City. And we're going to show you some amazing things that really make Oklahoma City special. So come along with us.
Thanks.
Now we're going to start just as we were coming into town at the Blessed Stanley Rother Shrine. And this is one of the largest meccas of the Catholic Church in the area. And absolutely huge, absolutely beautiful. Look at all that gilded on the altar there. This is a fairly new building, and it's a huge complex. Flowers like you can't imagine.
It was really beautiful.
And the grotto there on the hill. Saw several people going up there. Coming into town, our next stop was Stockyard City, and we're starting at the National Stockyards. This is the largest stockyard in the world. It's a working stockyard. Now, we had brought you the stockyard in Fort Worth, and it's a little bit more show, it's a little bit more shopping. This is a working stockyard, and you'll see the trucks lined up. You'll hear the cattle. We won't tell them about the armor packing plant right as you go into it.
There were shops out on the street. Shops and restaurants.
Yeah, once you leave that area, you're into Stockyard City, and this is where you'll find a lot of Western wear. Langston's is a huge big Western store. You'll also find the steak and whiskey places. Our next stop was the First Americans Museum. This is a museum dedicated to the native peoples of this area of North America. Now, they've got these set up around the circle showing earth, wind, fire, rain. And they also have there on the premises the Native American Hall of Fame. And this part of the museum is free of charge. And it shows you some of the past inductees. Next up is the Centennial Land Run Monument. And this was done on the 100-year anniversary of the Great Land Run of Oklahoma. Happened in the late 1800s, and people were given an opportunity to stake claim for a homestead or for a town. And when that happened, that's when the land run occurred. These are huge bronze statues. I believe there's 45 pieces, starting with the rabbit in the beginning that's trying to get out of everybody's way.
Crossing the water.
Crossing the water, and you'll see the hoof prints in the dirt along the sides. This fellow here has lost his hat. You'll see it blowing by the Conestoga wagon there. That poor horse fell over a rock. It is really amazing to see. Now downtown you'll see the Chickasaw Bricktown Stadium. This is the baseball park. This is the Johnny Bench Gate. I grew up near Cincinnati, And Johnny Bench was a household word, but he's from Oklahoma City, which I never knew until we visited. They also have some other memorable players displayed here along the front, just before you get to Mickey Mantle Plaza. This is another entrance with the statue of Mickey Mantle. There's also the Jim Thorpe Museum right there attached to the stadium. And Mickey Mantle's eatery is right across the street. And this is where the Bricktown District starts. The Bricktown District is really neat. It has the canal that runs all the way through it, sort of like what you see in San Antonio, but not necessarily below ground level like it is there. They do run the water taxis and tours there through the canal, through a lot of the old historic buildings.
You can walk it, and it's not as long of a walk. It walks down to where the bronze...
Yeah, down to where the land run statues are. There's nightlife, there's restaurants, but there's also a very definite dividing line where you go out of that area and just walk like through a park.
Yeah.
This miniature golf is right there on it. I thought it was one of the neatest things with bison statues all over it. There's great murals. And then you get into places like this that are just a lot more calm, peaceful, and quiet. The ducks were enjoying it.
I enjoyed it.
There's Toby Keith's. And the water features around it are great. This is one of the underpasses that you walk through, all dedicated to the Native American culture. And right there in Bricktown is the American Banjo Museum. Now we stopped for lunch, and Dave's Hot Chicken is like the Nashville hot chicken type chicken. And I love this. We started in a lot with $900 in a fryer.
It was good too.
Cathy had the hot chicken. Attached to the other side of that was Fuzzy's Taco Shop. And I had a couple of fish tacos and a great margarita. This is the one thing that I wanted to come see in Oklahoma City, is the National Monument. This commemorates the Oklahoma City bombing, which happened 2 years to the day after the Waco incident with the Branch Davidians. And it was done in retaliation for it. There are gates at both ends. One says 901, the other one says 903, and in between 902 was when the bombing took place. There's a chair for everyone who lost their life. There's 9 rows of chairs commemorating the 9 floors. There's part of the old exterior wall. And the reflection pool in the middle was actually where the street ran, that the van was parked and blew up the glass side of that building. Those chairs all light up at night also, and there's little ones for the children who perished.
That really got you.
Yeah, that whole memorial did. Right across the street is a church, and on the corner right across from the entrance they put this up. Now there's another section of town called Automobile Alley, and back in the 40s and 50s these buildings were automobile dealerships, and you'll still see Buick, Pontiac, Edsel, all the car names of the day on these buildings. They are since used for other purposes, but they've left the signs up there. And just beyond that is the Oklahoma Contemporary Arts Center. Very modern looking building.
It was beautiful.
It really was. That's their staff office. It's made out of 4 shipping containers. I thought that was so cool. Now, Harn Homestead was not open the day we were there, but it's a historic recreated area of that area of Oklahoma City. That's on the list to go back to next
That's right.
time. This is a must-see when you go to Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma State Capitol. And their Capitol building was actually built there because of the oil industry. And they actually have an oil derrick right there in front of the Capitol building. When you go inside, you'll see the Great Seal, and directly above it is the dome. You can look all the way up through and see. And this is a video presentation they do in a little museum area that they have of the construction of the Capitol. And there you can actually see the oil derricks. This is the historic Tower Theater. And the Tower Theater is still used. It's used for live performances now. Set on the marquee, Adam Ant was going to be coming, and it was sold out. This is the Milk Bottle Grocery. Now imagine this little triangular building that's on the historic register was a grocery.
It's like in the medium of a street.
Yeah, there are kitchens bigger than this grocery. And it's known because of the Braum milk bottle on the roof, and it's now called the Milk Nail Salon, and it's a nail salon. This is another must-see, the Myriad Botanical Gardens. You'll see that big cylinder shape there.
And anybody who knows me,
Oh,
yes.
beautiful, beautiful. 3 stories high. There are stairs, there are elevators.
I'd have had my entire backyard look like this had I stayed in a sticks and bricks.
The on-street parking in the area is 2-hour limit. We were over an hour inside the indoors part of the conservatory. There's so much to see. And one thing I thought was very unique, you'll see these little flat discs that not only tell you what the plant is, but you spin it to open it and it will let you see what the fragrance is of the plant, even when they're not blooming.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
This is an absolutely amazing structure. That spiny tree, I thought that was pretty cool.
And there are elevators.
Yes. And there's also a catwalk that runs from the front of the building to the back and lets you look down on everything that's inside. There were a few butterflies, there was a parrot in there. And then outside are gardens. The gardens outside are free of charge. The indoor part was very inexpensive. I think it was $10 a piece to get in. Beautiful views of the city skyline. The water runs all the way underneath the cylinder of the building we were just in.
And
Huge.
loaded.
Oh, they're huge
Yes.
koi.
And turtles.
And turtles.
think the turtles were trying to stay away from the koi.
That's right. And it is dog friendly out there. They have a nice little dog park and all kinds of garden areas on the outside that you can walk through. Now, next up was the Oklahoma Railway Museum. This is a little depot building that's just been moved onto the property. It's only open the later part of the week. It wasn't open when we were there, but it was open that you could walk through. And that building has trains and train cars inside it. Those are all rails coming out of it. Those are being restored in there. But this has got a beautiful collection. And I believe there's 2 Saturdays a month that they actually do train rides.
That would be so fun.
It would, and they've got that one open air car as well as the enclosed cars. And that's their little depot they have back there for the train rides. Next stop is our 45th Infantry Division Museum. This we stumbled onto by accident, going between 2 different spots that we had in mind.
And this is really cool.
It really is. This is a free of charge museum as well as the outdoor exhibit that we're showing you here. There's the museum building. Definitely one to stop by and take a look at. The National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum coming up next. This one we drove past. We did not really stop at it, but again, on the list for next time. We spent 2 days in Oklahoma City, and there was so much more to see that we're just scratching the surface.
That's right.
This was lunch on the second day. This is Hank's, and Hank's is incredible. He started 3 years ago, right after COVID, with a food truck. He now has a brick and mortar restaurant and smokes all the meat there in their smokehouse. This is the dining room inside. We ate on the patio that you saw there a moment ago on the outside. They also have a little bar, and they have a lounge that you can have a party there. They've got a little TV area. They do game nights there. And everything there is homemade and absolutely incredible. It's family run. Cathy had the half of smoked chicken with macaroni and cheese. I picked up the baked beans and the fried okra with the sandwich. And here's Hank to tell you a little bit more about it. And this is the man behind the meat madness here.
Yes, that's me. Again, we're out in Oklahoma City. Our address is 1228 Northeast 63rd Street. We're open Tuesday through Sunday. Monday is the only day that we're closed. On Tuesdays, we have a happy hour at the bar all day long from open to close. We have $7 wing baskets, $7 fish baskets going on all day Tuesday. Wednesday from 3 to 6 during our happy hour, we have half price wings, and that's either fried wings or smoked wings. Thursday during 3 to 6 during our happy hour, we have Turkey Leg Thursday, so you get so much money off of our turkey legs during those hours. Friday we have a blackened catfish special that we run, and it's a blackened catfish over a bed of rice topped with our sweet and spicy sauce and shrimp and crawfish on the bed of rice.
Wow.
Yeah, so y'all just come out and give us a try and try for yourself.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's great to see a small business really succeeding. Now, Lake Hefner is home to, what else would you find in Oklahoma? A lighthouse. And this is a replica of the second oldest working lighthouse built in Massachusetts. And this replica is only about 25 years old, but it's sitting right out there on the water, and it's a sight to be seen. We also went just on the outer edge of town to the Lake Overholser Bridge. This was part of historic Route 66. It's It's only a 12-foot 4-inch height, so if you're in an RV, probably not want to go across this. But it's really a neat bridge. Right beside it is a park where you can stand back and take a look at it. Well, we're wrapping things up in Oklahoma City. Behind us is the Route 66 bridge over Lake Overholser. And we'll probably be coming back through here in about a year.
That's right.
So keep that in mind. That's kind of our future plans that we've got. But in the meantime, what did you think about our couple of days that we got to spend in Oklahoma City?
Well, I'm going to say there were so many things that it took us a couple of days to get through them all. It was great.
There's so much to see and do. Really, really enjoyed Oklahoma City. There's something for everybody. It's a city, but it's not a fast-paced city. It's very laid back, very comfortable. Really enjoyed it, and the people were wonderful.
They were.
So with that, if you've enjoyed our video, leave us a thumbs up. We sure appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, at the end of the video, you'll see a button up here. Tap that. You can also ring the notification bell at that time so you'll know when every one of our videos come out.
And thank you for following us as we follow the moon.